Hi, and welcome to the Worldwide Center of Math's Think Thursday problem. This week, our problem is each of 3 classes has a total of 40 students. Every pair of classes has 10 students in both classes. 2 students are enrolled in all 3 classes. How many students are enrolled in at least one of those 3 classes? So basically what it's asking us to find is how many individual students are there. And really the easiest way to do this is to visualize it. So I'm just going to first write out what the kind of problem statement says and then do a little graph of what the classes would look like. So basically what this problem states is that for each class there can be 40 students total enrolled in that class. There then are 10 students enrolled in the different pairs of classes, and there are 2 that are enrolled in all 3 of the classes. So now we can go through and just kind of draw the overlaps of each of the classes. So here are the 3 classes, and what we know is that the total number of students that can be in this class are 40, 40, and 40 for each. And then we know that there are 10 students that must be enrolled in each pair of classes. So you can show those students by just drawing the graph like this, and then we know that there are 2 students that have to be enrolled in all 3. So the easiest way to do this problem is to actually work backwards this way to figure out how many students are in total individually enrolled in the classes. So to begin, we know for sure that there has to be 2 that are enrolled in all 3, as it's the smallest number. And what we want to think about is where students are double counted or triple counted in terms of the 40 per each class. And from there we can solve for the individual number of students. So since we know that there are 2 enrolled in all 3, what that also tells us is that in the 10 that are enrolled in the pair of classes, this 2 is actually already counted. Technically, these students would, like here, would be enrolled in both of these classes, both of these classes, both of those classes in the different kind of pairs. So they're actually counted already in those 10 that are enrolled in different pairs of classes. So instead of designating the groups of students that are enrolled in pairs, what we can designate it as is 8, since 2 is already counted in it. And so now we kind of have a general gist of the amount of students that are actually enrolled in each class. And since we know in total there can only be 40 students in each class, what we can do is just take, since there's 8 counted from here, 8 counted from there, and 2 from here, we can take the 18 and subtract it from 40, and what we get is 22. And that 22 stands true for all of the classes. Now, to find the individual number of students, what we can just do is add up each individual group. So what we get is 3 times 22 plus 3 times 8 plus 2, which ends up coming out to 92. Another way to do this problem is by thinking about where students are double and triple counted and knowing that these 2 original students that are enrolled in all 3 are double counted in the 10 enrolled in the pair of classes. We can take the total students that are said to be enrolled in all 3 classes, 120, since there can be 40 in each, and subtract the amounts of double and triple counts that we need to not count. So you can do it by this. So since there can be 40 students enrolled in each class, we know that the total amount that could possibly enroll is 140, and taking into account the 2, you'll notice that the 2 is triple counted in those 40 for each class. So it's counted here, and counted here, so 3 times. So we want to subtract 2 of those double counts, so 2 times 2, subtract that out. And for the 8, it's actually counted 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we really want those 8 students individually to only be counted once. We want this group to be counted once, that to be counted once, and this group to be counted once. So we want to subtract 8 by 3. And what that comes out to be is 92. So there are really 2 ways to come out with the correct answer. Both of them are correct, obviously. So the total amount of students that are individually enrolled in the 3 classes comes out to be 92. And that's all we have for you today for this Think Thursday problem. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Please check out some more of our videos on YouTube, check us out on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. Thank you.